Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to do a still life. This is the still life. It's really very simple. It's the one we used in the lecture, okay? But let me demo it for you for your homework, and then you can go ahead and do one on your own. And we'll most likely have these images in the resource center for you guys to work from. And you'll hear some beautiful noise outside. It's a beautiful day here in LA. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to establish the size of our major first part, which is the big rock. Then what we want to do is we want to measure, okay, how many of these little rocks make up the big rock. So it's 1, 2, it's about 3. Okay, so we're going to go here and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go bigger. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here we go. You guys see that okay? Alright, you see how that works? Now, what we want to do is be looking at the negative shapes, okay? So if this is the bottom rock here, coming around this way, hits the bottom. Now, how many of these rocks make up this rock? So we're going to go this way. 1, 2. Now, do we do this every time we draw? Yes. Yes, we do. We're going to get 1, 2, and that's how wide this one is. So then we look at the negative space here. Can you guys see that? So now we have this rock touching this rock here, and this one comes this way, and it comes out this far. Okay, then we got we measure one rock up. The apex, which is here, you see this? One rock up, the apex is here, so it's just above the apex. See that? So you want to look for all these guidelines, these things that will help you, okay? So we measure one rock up, and that's where the apex stops. When we come out, apex is here, the next one is up here. So that gives us a nice axis, which is uneven. All this stuff is crucial. And then there's our shadow coming out of the bottom here. And there's your lay-in. See how that works? Now, let's have some fun. Let's go uneven negative space. Let's measure out this way here. Usually I like to put more in front of a portrait. So if the person's going this way, usually put more unless you want to piss off the viewer. So we'll go here. Now you see what we have? All of the space is uneven. So the distance from here is different than here, different. Okay? So that's really crucial. We have uneven negative space. The next is going to be our cross contours. which is going to tell us where this turns, which will tell us where our shadows are. And there you go. That's your lay-in. Okay. Now what you can do is have some fun. You can grab some pastel. Just grab a color. See, watch. The shadow is going to go right where the cross contour turns. It's so fun. Here is a cast shadow right on the rock, which follows a cross contour. This is our core right here. So go to the section on tone, light and shade, okay, and you'll see that. I'm not going to teach it twice. There you go. So there's our light halftones. See right there. Core, reflected light. The bottom part here is the cast. Okay, and we can come in with a little Conti. There's the contact shadow. Okay, now if this is, let's put in our core here. Remember, core is where no light goes. That's pure shadow. This is reflected light here. So go to the videos on tone. Okay, now what we can do is grab our chamois. Grab some tone, put that in the background here. So it's going to be where we have a light, put a dark next to it. To lose an edge, again, that's in the tone. You want to check that out. Okay, come this way. Here's light, so we're going to go dark next to it. But these areas here can go a little bit more halftone, a little bit lighter to bring out reflected light. See how it's starting to come together? It's getting really moody. Let's see, this here is our core. Make sure that when you put tones in the background that they're not the same as the shape, because a lot of times there's this tendency to want to mirror. See how I'm doing it here? To mirror this shape. Don't do that. Okay? Make it different. Because what will happen is you'll end up looking at the background shape and not this shape. Remember, negative shape is as important and real as your positive shape. So you see I have this light here, that dark really brings out that light, okay? Then the foreground here will be fun. Now I can put in some Cal State Cools in my halftones. Here's a cast shadow here, which goes into the core here. Lose an edge down here. Then you can take your kneaded eraser, see, and bring out your highlights. And ta-da! Nice lost edge over here. So notice how it's all in the lay-in. Once you get the lay-in done, the finish part is not that hard. And that's where people spend so much time on the finish and they forget about their lay-in. And what happens then is they're doing a finished rendering of something that's not drawn very well. And it shows up in the end. And then they get all bummed out. Well, you should have spent more time on the drawing. Okay, so there's your homework for basically the 2 section, you know, that one big block. And I've got it broken down in the class section. Okay, let's do some more with this. Okay, we're demoing. So let's do some more, but that's your homework. And have some fun with it, okay? Have a good time.